It's a beautiful turquoise morning. I'm your host, DeAndre Hamilton, celebrating the people, places, and plans of our One Caribbean from Nassau in the Ooh La La, Bahamas.
Wake up! It's time for Turquoise Morning. The people, the places, the plans of the Caribbean with DeAndre Hamilton. It's a celebration from Magnetic Media Studios in the Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos Islands. One Caribbean, Turquoise Morning. Beautiful.
Turquoise Morning is a celebration of our One Caribbean, and we're so happy to be coming to you now for 18 years officially this month. Yep, we celebrated a birthday very quietly, but of course, just taking it all in, and we are going to show you some really fantastic stuff today, including the Agri-Expo held in Nassau, Bahamas, bringing in the national producers of the country to one site for 3 days of just amazing stuff, from vendors who've got products for sale to creatives who have just made stuff from scratch to our cuisine creatives and of course an animal farm. We have it all here for you over the next few episodes, and we are gonna just celebrate food security and the attempts at the Bahamas Department of Agriculture to ensure Bahamians are really eating what they grow, growing what they eat. So let's check out what happened at the opening.
As I look across these grounds today, I see more than displays and exhibits. I see Bahamian potential in action. From traditional livestock and heritage crops to modern hydroponics and value-added products. This expo reflects the strength, diversity, and opportunity to be found within the agriculture sector. Every booth you see on this campus represents a family, represents a vision, and a contribution to a stronger, more self-reliant Bahamas. Ladies and gentlemen, we are living in a time where global supply chains are becoming increasingly more uncertain. Disruptions around the world have made one thing clear: food security is not an option, it is essential. Reducing our food import bill is not just about economics, it's about resilience, sustainability, and believe it or not, national security. Agri-Expo 2026 is our response to that reality. It is a platform where policy meets practice, where innovation meets tradition, and where opportunity meets action. Over the next 3 days, this space will become a living hub for hands-on farming experiences, practical workshops and demonstrations, culinary showcases using 100% Bahamian products, marine resource exhibits, and cultural performances that celebrate who we truly are. But just as importantly, this expo will be a place where connections are made, where ideas are shared, and where opportunities are created. We are deeply rooted in a proud agriculture heritage. Our elders understood the land. They understood the seasons and the importance of feeding their communities. That knowledge is not something we leave behind. It is something we build upon. I have here with me an annual report from the year 1964, written by my grandfather, the late James Campbell, former commissioner of Cat Island. And in that report, he highlights some of the findings of the agriculture sector. In that year, he described the citrus crops as being most luxuriant, He indicated that quite a few hundred dozen pineapples were exported, mostly from Old Bight and Port Howe, and large quantities were locally used. He highlighted the fact that 1,370 more coconut trees were planted in the community. So even then, they realized the importance of self-sufficiency. So let us honor our past and at the same time embrace our future. And ladies and gentlemen, the future is already here.
So from the opening, we head to what was one of my favorite spots. I visited the animal barn and met quite a number of interesting Bahamian characters. Stick and stay for that one, it's still ahead. You're watching Turquoise Morning, a celebration of our One Caribbean. Right now, we have the pulse of the Caribbean in your Island Beat. From agriculture to entertainment, from cruise strategy to cultural preservation, this is Island Beat, the pulse of the Caribbean. What's hot and where? First stop, the Bahamas. The Agri-Expo 2026 is set for April 10th through 12th at the Gladstone Road Agriculture Center in Nassau, and this one goes beyond a simple showcase. Under the theme Agriculture, Our Heritage, Our Future, the event puts the spotlight on food security, innovation, and local production. Daily activities run from morning to night, featuring hydroponics and livestock workshops, hands-on backyard farming experiences, and marine resource exhibits. There's also a strong cultural component, culinary showcases, a marketplace with more than 100 Bahamian artisans, and nightly entertainment including live concerts and Junkanoo rushouts. It's family-friendly, forward-thinking, and, if taken seriously, could play a real role in reducing the country's dependence on imported food. Now to Roatan. The island has secured a major win, selected to host the FCCA Central America Cruise Summit in 2026, one of the region's most influential cruise industry gatherings. This summit brings together top cruise executives, government leaders, and tourism stakeholders for high-level discussions, networking, and deal-making. The decision follows strategic meetings at Sea Trade Cruise Global, where Roatan positioned itself as a strong, profitable, and accessible destination. Hosting the summit gives the island a rare opportunity, direct access to the decision makers who shape cruise itineraries. But it also raises the stakes, because once the spotlight is on, expectations follow. Next, Exuma in the Bahamas. From music to the sea, in Georgetown, Exuma, the Bahamas, the country's most celebrated sailing event returns. The National Family Island Regatta, set for April in Elizabeth Harbor, is more than a race, it's a national tradition. Since 1954, handcrafted wooden sloops in classes A, B, and C have battled wind and tide using strength, skill, and those iconic pry boards. No engines, no winches, just raw seamanship. On shore, the Regatta Village comes alive with Bahamian food, live music, and cultural performances, making this the Super Bowl of sailing and one of the biggest homegrown festivals in the country. And finally, Jamaica. The Ocho Rios Jazz Festival returns in June, with activities centered around June 21st, continuing its long-standing tradition of celebrating jazz in the Caribbean. The festival blends classic and contemporary styles, featuring both local and international performers, including renowned saxophonist Dean Frazier. Some performances are free, making the event accessible, while others offer premium concert experiences. It's a reminder that even in a region known for high-energy genres, jazz still holds its place, evolving, adapting, and connecting generations through music. And when you step back and look at it all, a pattern is emerging. Across the Caribbean, events are becoming more intentional, more immersive, more strategic. Whether it's agriculture, tourism, music, or culture, these experiences are not just attracting visitors, they're shaping the identity of the region. That's your Island Beat, the pulse of the Caribbean. What's hot and where? Island Beat is the pulse of the Caribbean. Still ahead, the great music, the great sounds of the opening of the Agri-Expo 2026 in Nassau, Bahamas.
Rhythm bounce off the wall, forget out the reggae and the dance hall. Break and scrape, give me chunk and party people, this one is just for you. I want you to feel that rhythm bounce off the wall, forget out the reggae and the dance hall. Break and scrape, give me chunk and party people, this one is just for you. With roll when I walk and roll, the music come take over me. Chunk and move that when you see me sweat, I don't care who said this to me. Hey! Tell the DJ turn up the bass, me and my girls gonna wind up our waist. Rum bum bum on the boats can drop, this time for us to have fun. Bring it up now. Roll the horns to me, turn up the lights to me, hands in the air, give me the rhythm, bring the cowbells to me, hands in the air to me, like we don't care, blaze up the rhythm, feel that rhythm, the rhythm, the rhythm, feel that rhythm, feel that rhythm, the rhythm, the rhythm, feel that rhythm, feel that rhythm, the rhythm, the rhythm, feel that rhythm, feel that rhythm.
DeAndre Hamilton, you are watching Turquoise Morning, and right now we've got what's making waves. A worsening crisis in Haiti is now being directly linked to a surge in illegal migration across the Turks and Caicos Islands. This month, the United Nations warns that Haiti remains in a deepening humanitarian and security crisis, with armed gangs expanding control, widespread violence, and instability continuing to displace thousands of people. At the same time, regional pressure is intensifying. Caribbean countries like the Bahamas have ramped up enforcement and deportations, while in the United States, ongoing legal challenges over temporary protected status, or TPS, are adding uncertainty for more than 250,000 Haitians. The result is a shift. More migrants turning to dangerous maritime routes in search of safety and opportunity. That reality is now playing out in real time in the Turks and Caicos Islands. Authorities confirm multiple illegal landings within days, with 350 irregular migrants intercepted across Providenciales and surrounding islands in just 1 week. The response has triggered an emergency meeting of the National Security Council. The acting governor reports that the council has now approved increased surveillance, expanded patrols, and strengthened border control operations to contain that surge. Amidst that growing national security pressure, a sudden change in the TCI cabinet. On April 10th, Premier Washington Mizik revoked the appointment of Otis Morris as Minister of Public Safety and Utilities, bringing an end to 5 years in cabinet. He said, "In line with Section 34.2b of the Constitution, I have advised the acting governor to revoke the appointment of the Honorable Otis Morris. To ensure continuity, I will assume responsibility for the relevant portfolio with immediate effect." Despite the cabinet change, Morris remains the elected representative for Grand Turk North. DeAndre Hamilton reporting. So it's making waves in and around our One Caribbean. Still ahead, more from the Agri-Expo held at Gladstone Road site in Nassau, Bahamas. It was the third installment, and I'm telling you, it's beautiful.
about to tell you the dramatic story about a man named Steiger Lee. So sit and listen. I was standing on the corner when I heard my bulldog bark. He was walking on the two men that were gambling in the dark. Yeah, it was Steiger Lee and Billy, two men who gambling. Steiger Lee drew a 7, Billy swore that he threw 8. Yeah, Steiger Lee went home and he got his 44. He said, I'm going out to the bar, I'm just fade and then I go. And we're singing, don't say no. Oh no, Steiger Lee. Oh no, Steiger Lee. Oh no, Steiger Lee. Say no, Steiger Lee. Say no. Oh no, Steiger Lee. Oh no, Steiger Lee. Oh no, Steiger Lee. Hey, 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 hey.
You're watching Turquoise Morning, and we had such a wonderful time here at the 3-day event, multi-generational event. We were happy to talk to the host of the Under the Tent ceremony. Bozine was just happy to share so much with us. Let's hear what she had to say. All right. Listen, the Agri-Expo 2026 is certainly going to go down as a fantastic family event here in Nassau, set on Gladstone's expansive property. It was just a pleasure to be under the big tent and to listen to our own Bodine Victoria. Hello, somebody, I learned something today. Really guide us through some proper conversations, because it doesn't make sense for us to gather here, celebrate what we're celebrating, and not walk away with at least some level of education. But you tell me overall about how you felt about the dynamics of this thing.
Well, I can tell you there were 140 different vendors here. So you had everything all under one space here at the Gladstone Road Farmers Market. And the Agri-Expo has given people the opportunity to learn how to take the produce from farm to the table and create manufactured goods with the food that may otherwise spoil from large farms. And it creates business opportunities for livestock farmers, for chefs, for cooks, for entertainers, for people in the agricultural businesses. But even more important, the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources has brought together a number of different professionals in agriculture to show people how to backyard farm, how to turn those things into food that people can consume, how to create businesses. But also today we just finished off learning about composting, how to control pests, and how to start a garden from the ground up, because it's about sustainable futures, sustainable food for Bahamians.
Absolutely. And you're also going to incorporate good health, better health in there, because I got some eggs yesterday. Absolutely tasty.
Absolutely tasty. And you know what? When you talk about the Golden Yolk program and being able to provide locally grown eggs that from farmers that people trust, that are not feeding pesticides or having contaminated eggs, it just makes people feel safer and a more healthy population. But also it encourages independence inside our food. And y'all know, if food ain't to the party, you ain't going, right? No. If food ain't in the house, you ain't staying. Yeah. And so if we can create an environment where food culture is not just what we consume, but it's what we grow, and then it's also what we share, then the spirit of the Bahamas lives on. Yeah,
and there are some events where you say, okay, well, I'm after the youth, I'm after the men, I'm after the women, I'm after the church crew. This was like everybody involved, everybody included. Okay, still ahead, even more from the Agri-Expo 2026, an event hosted by the Bahamas Department of Agriculture.
I'm a product of farmers.
Beautiful.
My grandparents in Old Bight, each of them were farmers. They had no other job. We had to go in the field, and we ate up the land, as we said in those days. And that's on my father's side. On my mother's side, they too were only farmers. And this is what farming could produce. And so farming is not It's not a dirty job or something. And of course, we need, as we started off this term, to say, bring sexy back into farming. And it looks like it's back. So, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls who are here this morning, I stand here at a pivotal moment. The theme of this expo, Agriculture, Our Heritage, Our Future, serves as a powerful bridge between two eras. It reminds us that our forefathers, as I indicated, lived off the soil and the sea out of necessity. Our descendants will flourish because of the foundations that they laid. This theme is a tribute to our heritage. It celebrates the traditional knowledge passed down through generations, the intuitive wisdom of planting by the moon, the mastery of our fishing grounds, and the resilience required to sustain a family in an island nation.
Thank you for joining us for this exciting episode of Turquoise Morning, a celebration of our One Caribbean. As you know, the whole region is moving toward greater food security. Does this kind of event do it? I think so. Get on out there and live your life to the full. Live it. Color.